Hello everyone, we got a couple of things to go over tonight, so we will start with my favorite one. A few days ago I got a nice letter and some stickers from COREYT1976. This was unexpected, not necessary, but very much appreciated, so thank you very much. Corey was the first channel I ever subscribed to, the first YouTube channel I ever made a comment to, so creating my own channel, and also the first video I ever made was for one of Corey's challenges, so I highly suggest you go check out Corey's channel. And just to show you how much I like this sticker, hold on here. New project, by the way. Boom. Right there on the lift. So not only will my train buddies see this sticker, also my customers and my car buddies will see this as well. Oh, also, this here is this is Joey. Joey happens to be our diagnostic guy and our shop foreman. Got a little message for you there. Do not judge him. That is a catnip cigarette, and since we are in Colorado, obviously that is legal. But anyway, let's get back to the rest of the video. Alright, so I have a pretty major problem with our hobby today. And what that is we need more stuff like this. This is a Menards covered grain hopper. I bought some of these off some advice I got from some of my comments from a channel called Rab's Trains. Also, if you want to see a really in-depth, proper review of these cars, check out his channel. He does a much better review. But anyway, I was pleasantly surprised when I pulled this out of the box. I know that might not be a 100% correct color for Burlington Northern, but I don't care. If you look at that, if you throw a little bit of dull coat on it, you add some streaking, and maybe some little rust up here, that's going to look exactly like a Burlington Northern hopper that has been outside for 30 years. So I have no problem with that. I bought another car to go with this. I will show that here in a minute. But no, I honestly was quite impressed with this. I was happy to find out that it did have, and Rab's Trains had told me this, that this had the same new style die-cast trucks and couplers that the cattle car did. And I was glad to hear that because I was quite impressed. Rotating bearing caps and all that good stuff. It's just it's a good design and it works well. So kudos to Menards for that. Well, something else I saw, and you know, I did lube this. I actually let it soak overnight. That's kind of how I do things. Put them in the cradle, get the oil in there, and let the oil do its creeping thing. But yeah, this thing rolls fine. The only modification I did to it was there's a couple screws that hold the trucks to the body. I tightened those ever so slightly, and that got rid of 90% of the wobbling. So that's all you got to do. It's pretty easy. But let me get this out of the way real quick. I'm going to show you something. So while I was underneath it doing lubrication and everything, there were a couple things that looked familiar to me. And I'm going to show you that right now. So this here is a Lionel, somewhat modern PS1 boxcar. It just rolls. Other than my K-line Evans autoloader with the Corvettes. This is the best rolling car I have. And the detail's fantastic on these. Most of this stuff is brass, and I absolutely love it. Good car. I don't know exactly what era this is from. I'm assuming early, sometime before 2010. It's when Lionel kind of went prototypical. There is no built by Lionel date, just prototypical build dates, which is fine with me. But what I wanted to show you was, I've got, excuse me, the Menards car kind of looked familiar to me when I opened it up, so I'll show you what I mean. We got a movable coupler arm there. So let's flip these two guys over. Check out the similarities between these two trucks. I don't know if Lionel sold this truck design or if these came out of a similar factory or something like that, but they're pretty darn close. I know the Menards one has a grounding tab there for the cars that actually have lights, but I mean, take a look at the release mechanism. Take a look at the hidden uncoupling tab. Take a look at the superstructure of the truck and how the screw is in there. And look at the add-on, I'll try to point to it here, brake shoes. See how they're on the side of the truck there? Same thing. I realize the Menards car has 6 springs compared to the Lionel 4, and the Lionel trucks obviously use journal boxes versus roller bearings, but you can kind of see where Menards got their design from. But I just thought that was kind of cool, so hence why they work. So this car I thought was a great deal. I mean, this was $35. I have no problem with the amount of detail on it. I have no problem with how it tracks or rolls. I will show you why I think Menards rolling stock, at least this style truck, does not roll like our Lionel or K-Line or MTH or Atlas buddies. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let me put the let's put the Menards car back on the track here. And I love the paint scheme on this. It's really cool. And these hoppers are a perfect size. I mean, you string together a train of 20 or 30 of these, which obviously a lot of us could afford, it would look pretty damn cool. But, and we're all out of the way there. Let's, I was a nerd. Let me show you what the other car was that I bought with this. Had to do it. I have never had anything like whimsical on my layout. That never was my thing. I've never had me and Hunter Coleman were talking about this the other night in the comments, actually. I've never had an aquarium car, a post-war or post-war style operating milk car or cattle car or anything like that. The only thing I've ever had are these MTH operating reefers that throw boxes and smoke, and I only have 2 of those, so that's it. So I heard that these damn things just completely run out of stock, so when I saw one was available, I had to try one. So stand by, I'll turn it on. I just thought it was kind of neat. I've never had anything like this, so once again, decent quality. Everything worked on it. After I show you why I think Menards cars don't quite roll as well as everything else, I will show you the one mod I did to this thing. So, let me start. So here's that Lionel PS1 boxcar. And I don't know if any of you guys remember that little time and period in Lionel's history called the MPC era, but I sure do. And one of the best innovations to come through that was the fast angle wheel sets. So you see that pitch and that angle on that wheel? Come on, focus. You can see it. You see it? That aids in how smooth these things roll. So Lionel has it, MTH has it, Atlas has it, K-Line had it. I can show you. Here's a modern MTH car. It's not as pronounced, but you can see the pitch on the wheels there. It's a very nice car, by the way. What is this? 36-foot Woodside reefer. Highly suggest these. There is the K-Line car. Once again, you can see the pitch. The banana reefer. And here is an Atlas caboose. And you can see it also has that pitch to it. But let's take a look at the Menards car real quick. Shows up better with the black wheels. Straight flange. No angle to the wheel set whatsoever. This is much closer to a set of Lionel post-war wheels. And that is why I think these things, even though if you lube them up, I think that's why these things don't quite roll as nicely as some of the other things in our market. But no big deal. Getting back on the track here. But yeah, these guys roll just fine. Couplers and everything work. I'm going to try to get I'm going to probably put together a short tonight to test the strength of the couplers and everything on these guys. I'm going to take these two and that cattle car, and I am going to put them on the front of that super long train I did for Joey's Trains Back Up Your Long Train Challenge. I still have that hooked up in the attic, so I figured that'd be a great test bed for these. So, but anywho, we really do. We need more stuff like this in the market. Two reasons: the price point and the variety. Okay, you have unlimited choices when it comes to. Menards makes about every road name under the sun. The detail, I mean, I'll admit, these are the only three cars I own. I am impressed by these three. I've heard the tank cars are bad, but being a guy that grew up in the MPC era and remembers when K-Line came out, I can't picture them being any worse than those. But if I get any more, I will let you know. But, you know, part of the reason... variety is what we need. Part of the reason why I do these little videos other than requests is I like to show that during the 90s and the early 2000s, we had 4 times the amount of, even 5 times the amount of choices in 3-rail low gauge. You know, we really did. And I miss that time. And that's kind of why I don't buy new stuff. I'm not impressed with some of our things right now. I'm not going to knock them because I like this hobby. But competition breeds better products, okay? That's just plain and simple. If you've got no competition, you're going to charge what you want and you're going to make what you want. That's all there is to it. That's just that's just business. But no, fully impressed by these things. Not going to be my last Menards purchases in any way. like I mentioned earlier, Rab's trains. The ones he was using were just the, I don't remember, it was one of the abbreviated road names, TTX, UTLX, something like that. But they were available weathered. They looked great on his layout, and after seeing the quality of this, I'm going to order some. Because with the room I got, I mean, I literally could do a 30 to 40 car train with these. I really could. I mean, they're lengthwise, they're about the size of a PS2 hopper. Height-wise, they're pretty good. They remind me of like a Lionel Standard O 2-bay covered hopper. They're about that size. But nah, these things are nice. This is kind of a joke, but it's okay. I've never owned anything like that, and I thought it was cool. It's my layout, so I bought one. But nah, this thing, I was honestly surprised, just like I was by that cattle car. I mean, I honestly wasn't expecting much with that, and then when it showed up, I was kind of like, damn. But nah, I think Menards is onto something good here. They do remind me of K-Line, when K-Line first started producing stuff in the it was kind of the mid-'80s. They started producing cars, and I remember putting rubber bands on the couplers because, you know, harbor brake wasn't a thing yet, and we couldn't go down and buy 10,000 O-rings for $1. So we used what we had in the house, and it was probably, you know, rubber bands I used to wrap my newspapers for my paper route. So boom, there you go. But no, if they can, their quality will improve. I doubt I'll ever buy one of their locomotives. I mean, that just doesn't, you know, the kind of command control where you set the voltage and you use the little handheld remote, that's not for me. I'd like to be able to run it with my other stuff. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little, I don't know, high horse rant, I guess, or overview. But no, I just wanted to share. I thought this is a decent piece. I mean, it really is, especially for, I think it was $34.99. You know, once again, my store that's closest to me didn't have it in stock, so I had to ship it. I don't remember what I paid, man. I don't do the finances, my wife does. But your credit card's on file, boom. But no, worth the money. Worth the money. And you save even more money if you use the rebate or buy it in a 4-pack. So, highly suggest this guy. I really do. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. Have a good night, and I will catch you on the next one. Later.